Today is going to be kind of a sad day, though not really. Maybe I would say half sad and half happy. Well, I'm saying that because it's cloudy outside, but that doesn't matter. Maybe I'm just being dramatic or over-exaggerating, but I feel like 2024 has been one of the worst years for YouTube ever. There's been a lot of brainrot content out there, a lot of celebrities being exposed for doing creepy things towards underage individuals, but that's a topic for another video, I guess. But and that's also probably another thing you should not be worried about, especially since you got responsibilities to do. Pretty much all of us has responsibilities, but that's another thing. But what I really want to talk about is a specific situation I really want to address. I feel like it's a crime for me to not talk about it, and I feel like this situation has been one of the worst I've ever seen. Yup, your eyes have not deceived you. We are actually talking about Sprunki. Now I had a few reasons for making this. One of them is because it was made in Scratch. The other is YouTube related things, but I'm going to explain more further in the video. To those of you who don't even know what Sprunki really is, that is really impressive. To those of you who spend too much time on social media, I highly advise you to maybe step away from it a bit. Maybe try to save your brain cells for a bit. Maybe take a walk outside. Just do anything that keeps you away for a little while. Now, I'm going to explain what Sprunki even is in the video. To those of you who actually don't want to hear what it is or don't know what it is, I highly advise you to exit this video right now. Save yourself, save your brain cells while you can. Or to those of you who have strong willpower and really want to know what this really is, basically Sprunki is an Incredibox mod, a modified version of that game, so to speak, where you drag boxes and then these characters make beatbox sounds or instrument sounds, and that's like basically the general premise of the entire franchise or IP or whatever. But a specific 15-year-old decided to modify the game on his own by his heart, and then that's where Sprunki showed up. He made the game just for fun, and then for some reason it went viral by August of 2024. That's how it all started. Now, I tried to look up why Sprunki got so popular, and I couldn't find much, but I found several Reddit posts where people just asked questions, why the heck did it got so popular? I could be wrong, but I think from what I read, it got so popular because a couple of popular YouTubers decided to play the game themselves, and then that spread the word so much so to brainrot content farms, and then that's when Sprunki brainrot content showed up on YouTube, and then that is when people start to hate on Sprunki because of it, and that's already bad enough. But what I think that is even worse is the fact that someone decided to dox the kid, send death threats, send SWAT teams, and even show pictures of him and his family, and even his personal information like his address, his birthday, and all of that. Keep in mind, guys, this is a 15-year-old kid we're talking about. It's an innocent person who did nothing wrong. All he did is made a game just for fun. Maybe only for himself or just a few of his friends. Who knows? That's kind of basically my whole take on this, but there's a lot more than this. I'm going to show you a few clips of some videos where I think they explained very well on this situation. They explained much better than I did, so I'm going to show you a few clips.
So I'm gonna be completely honest, I had no clue people hate Sprunki this much. In fact, I only found out people hate Sprunki the day before this whole situation happened. And so originally this video was supposed to be me talking about what I like about Sprunki, explaining why I disagree with some of its criticisms, and then briefly talking about the hacking situation. But as I did my research so I could have a basic outline of the video, I wound up staying up until 3 AM that night. pouring over video after video, community post after community post, and the next morning I immediately hopped onto my computer, finding that with every new thing I learned, it only got worse and worse as time continued. And by the end of all this, a 15-year-old got doxxed, their family got doxxed, they got swatted, and all of it was because of a silly horror game on Scratch.
That is actually kind of scary. Scratch is the same program I used for over 8 years. It's one of my biggest passions, alongside with gaming, because I have a very high passion for gaming. I love making games. It's one of my core talents, alongside with animation and coding, all of the good stuff. It's kind of simplistic, and there's so much color to the point where I feel excited, especially when I'm ambitious on doing certain tasks of the project. But you guys already seen me doing it on my other streams. But this is just freaking insane.
The game was created by Nyanko BF, a 15-year-old Scratch developer who really want to make their own take on Incredibox like many other mods before it. However, while making the mod, they want to do something different. Now, a massive misconception I've seen is that Sprunki is a mascot horror game. However, this is incorrect, as the game is actually combined with fake-out horror. I don't want to go into some massive rant about the difference between the two, but with mascot horror, think Poppy Playtime, FNAF, or Bendy, and with fake-out horror, think Can Your Pet, Scary Maze Game, or Doki Doki Literature Club. If I'm being honest, it feels like mascot horror is becoming a code word for horror game with a story that I don't like these days. Point is, to make it stand out, they combined Incredibox with the fake-out horror genre.
I think this is another thing that I kind of don't like about the gaming community, is that if something has any kind of horror element like gore or whatever, I think that's the root cause of why it got so popular. Again, I could be wrong. That's just my interpretation on it, but I'm not really a big fan of those horror games either. I never played Poppy Playtime. I never played what is the other one? Oh yeah, Amanda the Adventurer, and yeah. There's also FNAF, which is like maybe the most popular. I actually did like FNAF. There are a few exceptions for me to like that one. But I mainly play the original games. I don't play any of his fan games. I only had a couple though, but that's just like all I have. But other than that, I think people are just too attracted to horror stuff. This is something I actually forget to say in this video. There's a specific thing or an instrument you drag and drop to the characters. It's a black hat, and once you drop it, the entire screen switches to horror mode or scary mode or whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure if that's also the root cause of why it got so popular. Maybe it is. Even Markiplier himself said that he loved it when he entered horror mode or scary mode, whatever.
Not long after its release on Scratch, the game blew up on YouTube. So much so that many people didn't even know it was based off Incredibox at first, which caused many fans of the original game to become somewhat annoyed. And even worse, with the game being seemingly another one of those innocent characters turn evil games, content farmers began to flock to the game's popularity. And in doing so, many people began to hate the game for its overpopularity, for being cliche, and because it felt like it was made for content farms. Due to this, people quickly began to harass the creator due to those things, unaware that the creator was just 15 years old.
That is actually one of the things that really blows me away. So many people apparently didn't even know this is a mod of the original Incredibox game. I've been on a specific Scratch community formally for a while, maybe 1 or 2 years, and long before that happened, I used to be a active developer and creating my own anime, so to speak. And after I left, Incredibox started to blow up. It blew over all over the Korea website, and it's creating significant traffic. Even one of the developers or website maintainers said that a specific project has been attracting too much traffic and is slowing the web page down. And not gonna lie, guys, that is the exact same website I used to publish my original anime exclusively. That makes me nervous a little bit.
Though no place blamed Sprunki nearly as much as Twitter.
Boy oh boy, do I love to see all of the exaggerations of Twitter. Twitter is a place of, heck. No one should be in there. I deleted my Twitter account not too long ago. I'm now stepping away from social media now. The only exception for me is YouTube, because YouTube has millions upon millions of videos for me to watch. I mostly watch documentary videos on YouTube. And for other social media platforms like Twitter and Instagram, I was barely active there. I only use Instagram to talk to my cousins, mainly. And Twitter, I only see like general announcements like Sega or Nintendo or whatever, stuff like that. Or maybe Fortnite too. But now that I learned that Twitter is a place of destruction, non-stop, I have to leave that platform for my well-being. Let's just see how stupid all these people are on Twitter, hating on Sprunki because of all this happened.
I fucking hate Sprunki. I fucking hate Sprunki. I fucking hate Sprunki. This is so cringe. Stop! Gun to head emoji. In reply to an OC some kid posted, can we all agree that Sprunki is cringe and people who make stuff like this are weird? No, I hate Sprunki. Fuck, I hate Sprunki. Sprunki? What the heck's a Sprunki? More mascot horror slop for my tummy? I guess so. So this is what autistic people are today. Oh, that's just ableism. Seriously though, there's a surprising amount of posts where the Venn diagram collides between people who hate because of cringe culture and people who are vocally hateful of the autism spectrum. Can somebody tell me what the f***'s Sprunki appealing to a lot of people? Like, what does it make it interesting, or I don't know. I tolerated Max Design Pro Slop because it was a content farm that was ironically funny, but Sprunki is just something.
This part actually kind of stands out to me a little bit more. So many people hate the content creator just because all of this is blowing up. None of this is even a kid's fault. I'm 90% sure that all of the content creators of brainrot out there didn't even get proper permission from the developer. And now, especially since he himself also disagrees with the fact that all these brainrot content should exist, there is no way he would allow any of this to happen. But this is completely out of his control, so he has no choice but to cope with it. The only reason it went popular is because popular YouTubers decide to review it, and also the horror element of it, and also the simplicity of the game. That's pretty much the three things I can come up for all those answers. But whatever you do, guys, please do not blame the original creator, because again, he's only 15 making this game just for fun, and he would have never let any of this to happen.
So basically you had people who were neutral and or liked Sprunki, and you had people who were very against Sprunki because cringe culture apparently didn't die with DeviantArt. But this hate eventually culminated into something really bad. The developer Nyanko BF was hacked on Discord, Scratch, and all their other media, with the reason being that Sprunki is cringe and they want it gone.
Sorry to burst your bubble, but if something exists that is not your own, you practically have zero control over it. That's just how the internet works. Exactly like how trolls just want to be trolls, or people just want to joke, or all of that, or say allegations against you. That's how the internet works. There is no escape from that. Oh, and also I forgot to mention that all of his social media accounts got hacked. So the first thing that came up to this clip is his Discord account. I'm just gonna say it on my own instead of showing the clip, but basically what happened is that his Discord got hacked, and the perpetrator decided to send a bunch of not so good words, so to speak, like spamming the N-word, and then bunch of other stuff that is just flat out dehumanizing, something that nobody should be proud of. Anything bad that you could try to think of. All of this was bad enough and ended up having that account to get banned from Discord, so yeah. If that perpetrator is an adult and getting mad over Sprunki and decide to go out of his way to hack his accounts, you need to be put behind bars. I'm not even joking. Just please go to the nearest police department in your town and turn yourself in immediately.
Pineapple Boy also posted a video to their own channel in which the hacker celebrates a post Nyanko made after the hacking, saying that the next Sprunki update may come out slower. After showing several screenshots of the dev talking about the situation, they then dox the 15-year-old's name, their family members' names, their precise birth dates, and more.
I don't know what's funnier, being a grown man getting mad over Sprunki made by a 15-year-old and went out of your way to hack into his Discord account and spend all this stuff in his server, or hacking into his account under the assumption that the server is filled with, PDFs.
Above says Nyanko BF's full docs coming soon. Before reading, join thy Pineapple Boy team with an edited image showing characters wearing Nazi Germany paraphernalia and a poorly edited Hitler mustache.
This small part right here really shows his true colors to me. Personally, whenever people do something as simple as cursing or showing pictures of not so good things, something as simple as that, I can easily tell what's inside their minds. It's not that hard for me to tell.
The dev was eventually able to get their accounts back, albeit with one of their accounts being permanently banned due to the incident. Pineapple Boy returned with the following message. Here is a warning, kid. You better tell everyone Pineapple Boy has killed Sprunki or else I'm leaking all pictures of your face, family pictures. If you shared this community post, I'm not doing any of it, and I'll leave your YouTube channel alone. The day after, he left a comment saying to lock your doors and windows tomorrow, and later confirmed this to be a death threat. Things only continue to escalate as the hacker threatened to swat the 15-year-old's house unless they sent him $500. And when he got no response, he changed it to read, "The end of Nyanko's life is soon."
You do realize that setting death threats to this kid and then actually went out of your way to actually do it, you will get caught by the police eventually. There's no escape from that, because doxing, setting death threats, and setting SWAT teams is just as bad of a crime itself. I don't know how so many people still did not understand this. Look, getting mad over a game that was made by a kid is one thing, but doing all of this is just inhumane. I'm sorry, but someone has to say it.
This was later confirmed when they claimed to have attempted a swatting on their household. It is currently unknown whether they succeeded, however, given they were shown to know information on their precise location, it certainly doesn't bode well. Reminder, all of this was done because funny music game turned horror and that cringe.
I will remind you guys again, this is a 15-year-old that made Sprunki just for fun, who never intended any of this to happen, and it was made on a kid's programming language. Let that sink in for a moment. Let the whole situation sink in for a moment and compare all of that to a silly game made on Scratch.
Pineapple Boy posted another community post showing what appears to be a genuine picture of Nyanko eating with their family with the text, "Hey, real first name and last name, how's the family photo? Lol." This in turn caused Nyanko to announce their temporary departure from the internet. 1 week, 1 month, or whenever they feel like it. However, this did result in exactly what the hacker was looking for, as any and all future Sprunki updates have been permanently cancelled, with the devs simply dropping what they did make onto itch and seeking to wipe their hands clean of the whole situation. Or at least we assumed that was what they wanted, because they hacked him again! Bad news, everybody. Nyanko's Discord account has been hacked for a second time. I have reason to believe that Pineapple Boy is a genuine threat, so please don't speak to him or speak about him.
This is also another thing of how the internet just genuinely works. The people who are dumping on people like this mainly wanted to focus on getting attention from them and just bigging themselves up and just make themselves look much better in authority than everyone else. Just basically showing more power. It's just equivalent of cyberbullying. Except it's 100 times worse than the old school cyberbullying stuff. So, yeah. If you plan to go viral or make a game go viral, whatever, I highly advise you to just don't be on the internet too much. Just post what you love to post. Just do whatever you want to do or what you love to do. And just don't show too much activity on the internet. Especially to the ones who supports private messages or DMs. Like Discord or GameJolt or Instagram, stuff like that. Or even Snapchat. So, if you want to save your well-being, just do what I say and just don't be too active on those platforms. I promise you guys that you will feel super good leaving the internet and taking a walk outside. I promise you that.
Though with all of the horrible things that have happened, you'd think people would rightfully feel bad about all of this. But they didn't. Because the day that was announced that Sprunki was cancelled due to the hackings, people were celebrating! Sprunki? Discontinued? Yeah! When they see Sprunki getting cancelled, no! My brain rot! Replying to someone who's sad that the kid was doxxed and still getting backlash, with all due respect, I'm praying on my hands and knees that Sprunki is cancelled and dies forever.
You know, I refuse to believe that everyone who posted these tweets are just adults. There is no way an adult can be talking like this. There's no way. I know someone who talks like that, and he's also 15. So these has got to be just teenagers throwing tantrums over a video game.
Anyways, on November 19th, after several reports seemingly fell through, I tried to get through to a human support rep through YouTube's official account, explaining the situation as best I could, even linking the exact channel, and although I did get a response back from a human, they weren't of much help. Outside of vaguely saying that they're likely doing a fair review or have already completed it and determined the channel was fine, they just said to contact the police, which, if the person is hiding behind a screen where we have no clue who the person is, I don't think there's much I can do from across the world.
In fact, there is nothing you can do to begin with, because you don't know who this person is. You practically know nothing about him other than the crimes that he committed towards the 15-year-old that made Sprunki. I tried to do similar things before when I was younger, and yeah, that's basically the result of all of this. They just refuse to take action, or just being vague on the actions they take, like contacting the platform maintainers or whatever and just tell them to ban their accounts. There's like almost nothing you can do at all.
A surprising amount of people have, when talking about this, put the blame on the I am Sprunki YouTuber trend, pointing it as the reason for the hacking. It's not. It's not, and I'm tired of people pretending that it is. It certainly aided in the hate the game got, and people cringe at those videos, sure, but nobody hated Sprunki because other people modded it. The person who hacked Nyanko did it because it was labeled by the Internet Supreme Court as cringe, and thus they wanted to do themselves a little trolling and eradicate it and its creator from the face of the planet. If LinkyBox or Tyler and Snowy or Afmao didn't make that video, it wouldn't have changed a goddamn thing, and they know it. The culprit wasn't the YouTubers, it was the fact that people still run off of high school popular kids logic, where anything cringe has to be evaporated from the face of the earth, must be harassed and attacked until they can't leave their homes, and must be gone because they can't just click the little X in the corner. So go be nice to someone.
Once again, that's basically almost like probably like half of the internet. Like literally the entire half of the internet, or maybe even more. All content creators will eventually have to face something like that. All of them has to be trolled at some point. All of them has to be insulted or harassed or doxxed, whatever it is. But you cannot let that stop you. The least you could do is just do what you can do and then move on from it once all of this is over. That's the least you could do. And I know that this is kind of sad, but that's basically the reality of the internet. Another friend of mine on Discord talked about this too, that the internet is beyond dangerous, which is true. There will always be people like this, guys. So just be safe out there. Just be safe as possible. And again, to protect your well-being, if you really want to do that, leave the internet for quite some time. You can come back and then do what you want to do, but just don't be online too much. I promise you, it will make you feel really good. He then ended the video with, "Go be nice to someone," which is kind of like hardening, so to speak. That's the kind of line I always like to hear. I always want to be with people who are very supportive and understanding. That's the kind of people that I really love to be. So, and to anyone who has similar traits, you should only stick to the people you trust. I have a few friends who I trust. I share them my struggles and everything. They gave me advice. They told me not to worry too much about it, or how people's not going to worry too much about it and all that. And I also learned a lot of things throughout the internet throughout 2024, and here I am now, just speaking like this. But yeah, that's basically like the end of the video. Sorry if I put kind of long clips, I think. Now there's also another video in which I'm not going to show it because all of the video is basically like a re-explained version of the other video. So I I'm gonna skip that for now, but later in the video I will get into the Sprunki project and inspect it to see how exactly does it feel and how exactly does it feel playing the game. So that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so I'm in the project right now, and then I'm gonna play for it about a few minutes and then inspect the code and everything inside it. Suppose interpolation? Yeah, it's on. I'm just gonna turn this on. Normal blinking. Cool. I'm on Turbo Warp desktop because I don't want to use a browser. It even sounds good through the headphones. I'm wearing Apple earbuds and it already sounds good to this degree. Like, it sounds like I can hear stereo sounds. Man, am I seeing super light invisible boxes behind these characters? Not really. Like, if you look close enough, they're like hitbox-like objects behind these. That's new for me. I played this game a few times before I made this video, and I never noticed this. Man. Alright, what else? Huh. So, you're not really making music at all. You're just listening to different variants. Basically. Is it coming up? Oh. That reminds me of Blue's Clues. I watched when I was little. This sound sounds like the one you hear in Blue's Clues. Yeah, definitely. Sounds a lot like it. Oh, that sounds off. Yeah. So what is this? Oh, that's just to mute, and this just to listen this individual thing. And the classic white cat, and we got a blue bear and all this, a pink rabbit, and then stuff. NES sound chip. Looks like that. It looks like that woman from Moana. You know, that turned from a volcano entity into a grassy giant. Oh, and by the way, guys, this guy right here reminds me of those alien characters from the movie Planet 51. This guy too. This sounds much better without this guy. Whoa. Ho ho ho. Circus orchestra stuff. Amusement park orchestra. Like sound. Makes a lot of sense. Oh yeah, makes this generic cowbell sounds. Not really. What about this guy? Wow. Okay. The classic drum thing. I don't know the name of that specific thing that is used on the drums. I should ask my cousin. My cousin plays the drums. Yep. Really? That's what this guy sounds like. Man. Oh man. What about this guy? Sounds a lot like, yep, sounds like that one Mexican music that my parents listen to, or people put in parties. That's the best impression I can think of. No, whistle too from the music we used to listen. And now for the old. No, one more. That one famous thing. I'm just gonna chill here for a moment. Oh, I was waiting for something different. Alright, let's just get the heck out of here. Whoa, it sounds... No, it's like... I know... I know this one sounds dark, but he sounds way deeper than I remembered. Oh. Yeah, really creepy. Wait, what? Okay, that is actually really scary. This is freaking creepy. You know, for a project made by a 15-year-old, this is kind of impressive. When I was 15, no, I was like 14. I was actually 14. I made my own animated series called Kevin and Friends, which is essentially a Diary of a Wimpy Kid inspired series that's all about superheroes and powerness and stuff. I published my first episode in 2019, and I animated it through my phone. And then I started making more and more episodes after that. I stopped. My last episode was back when I was in 11th grade, and I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show it to you guys. Alright, so this is when I made, oh my goodness, it's been 5 years. So I made this when I was 14 years old and 15. I first started in 2019, called the sneak peek episode. I animated this through my phone. Then from this point on, I started to animate on my iPad. All of this throughout all these years. This is like one of the first creations I've ever did when I joined the internet. I'm gonna show it to you. Yeah, definitely. I was actually 14 years old when I made this. And I first started drawing like Diary of a Wimpy Kid when I was in 3rd grade. So I was like in 2013 when I started drawing this stuff. Oh my goodness. And my sense of humor is so low that these things that were supposed to be funny is not funny at all. It's just kid jokes, like jokes that a kid can come up. And I was a kid at the time. Yeah. So you know what I was. So you know what I'm talking about. September 6th, 2019. It's practically like four and a half years. Yeah, 4.5 years maybe. Yeah. And then my first actual episode of the series drawn on my iPad. This is also where I get my first hate comment, I think. It's not exactly a hate comment, but it's just saying that I criticized Android for it being bad and then look at my drawing, blah blah blah. I still remember that day. And then episode 2. Then episode 2. Multi-person Christmas dream. St. Patrick's insanity. This is kind of a bad episode. then where I put myself and my characters in the Sonic movie, then this is where she gets manipulated and I have to save her. Then the world rings. This is also another bad episode because, okay, shut up. It's just cringe. Alright, so this is when I discovered that there was an anime version of Miraculous Ladybug. And okay, so then I put this, I don't know why I had to put this effect here, but this is one of the effects of YouTube Mobile. And I said I wanted to make look at this. I said I wanted to make people happy again, but I'm not sure if it's going to work. I was just basically contradicting myself. And then this, I had no idea what I'm doing. This is just nowhere near helping it. Only 4 comments. And there's my long-term friend. So there's that. And then the final episode of season 2. Then I went straight to season 3. And yeah, this is my last episode. It's been 2 years. I'm trying to make a new episode. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to make a new episode, but it's still undone. I'm unfinished, I mean. Oh my goodness! And this music is from a specific anime, too. And this song is directly from, a video game version of this anime that I'm about to show you. When was this? This has to be really old. So that's basically the entire intro of this. And then yeah. That's this is all I did, and I've been doing this for like 5 years. This series barely got any views at all. Look at this, 78 views, that is nothing. 236, that's also nothing. Yeah, this never went viral at all. This, however, reached like gotta be millions upon millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of views. Holy shoot! What is going on? This, and okay, and another thing is that if he actually drew all of this himself, he does way better than I did when I was 15. My game was like, okay, I also did video game versions of the cartoon series that I just showed you. It's Kevin and Friends video game. The animations there are trash. It's generic. It looks like it was drawn by an 8-year-old. I draw like an 8-year-old when I was 15, and also never went viral either. Never got that popular except a couple of friends maybe, and then and also my friends too. One of my friends really loved it so much. This is impressive, but I will admit, content farms are trash. Alright, he looks like the bully from Red Riding Hood. No, okay, not. I don't mean it like that. I mean like, it gives off the same vibe. My goodness. Alright, what? Okay. Gosh. Okay, so there's gradients here and not the original. Okay, got it. There's only one costume. Is there any running code here? Oh yeah, there is. That is the longest message broadcast I've ever seen. Remove polo functions, but not from the button. From just clicking on them like a normal human being. Oh man. Oh man. What is this? Oh, these are just pre-made eyelids for these characters. Oh. He even imported font, like vector fonts from elsewhere. That's cool. And we all know where this comes from. It's the original credit box. Oh! I've never seen this before. Cool. Run. That's what we need to do when we see brainrot. We have to run. Then there's the original and so that's the original. Yeah. Again, reminder. I don't want to annoy you, but 15-year-old kid modded this game to make this. Then the whole internet got mad because of the brain rot. That is actually scary. And that's also kind of the reasons, one of the reasons why all of my games are closed source, if that's the right term to describe it. Who the heck is this? Oh man. Alright, gallery. Oh yeah, let's take a look at the gallery. They have arms. Imagine if you gave Rod an expression like that. Now that would be pretty funny. Wow. Mustard. Ugh. Random 9 years old kid playing Sprunki when they get to voice 5. People don't even say bless you, but they just look at you like this. With Android emojis. Ay, ay, ay. Ay. Ay, qué chistoso eres. Oh. Oh, still, it's kind of gross. What? Hamburglar. Oh, yeah, I can't do anything here. What? Let's check the other ones. Oh, yeah. It's... How does this kid know about this? Or knew? And there's a gunshot. Face is messed up. Ah, yeah. Wait. This sounds like this sounds similar, or gives up a vibe of that one specific theme, BGM theme from Claw Machine at a Chinese restaurant that I visited years ago. Ugh. Low quality Genesis sounds. Now I can see why so many people are so attracted to this. If I make something like this bloody, my parents would be extremely mad at me. I did something just as bloody as this, like the John mod of Minecraft, when I was in 2nd grade, and I got hit with a 5-year ban from Minecraft. Though that 5-year ban wasn't even intentional. Wait. Well, it's almost 5 years. I started playing Minecraft again once I entered middle school, and then I became addicted, and then that addiction just died down when I entered high school. What about this? Oh, oh yeah. It's very quiet. I couldn't hear it. Wait, what about the other robot? This one seems normal. Oh yeah, I forgot. No. Jeez. Alright, so that's just basically it. Holy shoot. There we go. He said characters. And wow. 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 Tan, Mr. Tree, blah blah blah. Wait, what? What did I just saw? I swear, I thought it said Red Daddy. Man, but it's actually Ratty. Yeah, this code is definitely different. Oh my, wow! You just copy and pasted in these codes. My goodness. All right, so this code is kind of somewhat similar to how I code things myself, except it's using slightly different strategies here. Is there any more back? No, it's not. So that's all? Eye animation, then restart Polo. So that's what... Huh? Use these mouths and text assets to make animations and visuals for your mod. Credits to Crafty Vision and Incredible Fedor 1825. Oh yeah, I've seen those. Oh wait. Oh. I thought that's... How do I not know there was more? Define same. That's a good question. So it does this animation, then what the what? Ah. So this is the horror version. Yeah, horror version. Yeah, scary version and the normal one. Right here. So yeah, it's kind of similar to how I program stuff on my own. Oh, lots of good, useful, helpful comments. These two blocks do the same thing, but the red block will only change the costume if the pillow is not muted. Excuse me, my nose is burning. Okay. Constant disables the pillow if it's muted, or enables if it is not muted. Places sound for each loop and disables the pillow if it's muted, blah blah blah. Animation loop 1, animation loop 2. Yeah, that's... I guess I'm getting the whole idea of this. Is the music stored here? Wait, what? Oh wait. Oh, there isn't one. Yeah, there isn't one because all of the instruments here. Oh yeah. Like I said earlier, Incredibox generally, you're not really making music at all. You're just listening to different variants. Yeah, you're just listening to different variants. Yeah, all of these are pre-made melodies.
Hello, would you like to have some fun? Come on, go sing along with us in this fun time. Something is
Did this teenager made all of these instruments and sounds himself? This just feels like any other Scratch game I've ever played. I still have trouble comprehending how this attracts so many people, even if there's a scary version here. Oh, that's some abstract tree I'm seeing. Create a preview art so that people could be interested in your project. Make it visible. Yeah. So that's basically all it is. There's also near the end of Markiplier's video where he visits Sprunki.com where anyone can make their own mods, and he plays one mod where the scary version has even more gory and bloody stuff, like just body parts literally splitting open and then just flaps open and then closes like a mouth or whatever. It's way scarier. More explicitly gory stuff like that. That is just crazy stuff.
Wait, is this game why Itch was really slow today? All of these comments are in the past 6 hours. Is this why the whole website is crashing? Is it because everyone wants to play this game? All of these comments are... What? How is that even possible? I've never seen a game that has this much engagement on Itch than this one. What? I had to hop back on because I had no idea that this was a thing. Sprunki.com. It's not just Sprunki. There's Sprunki mods where everyone can make their own Sprunki. And every one of them has their own dark mode. Oh, what? Oh my god! What is that? Oh my god! Okay, that's the same.
My parents will definitely get very mad at me if I make something as bloody as that kind of stuff, but you guys know me. I do put in bloody stuff, but only in like a low profile way, you know what I mean. But yeah, this is just a horrific situation I've ever seen. Like one of the scary situations I've ever seen. Yeah, go be nice to someone. Just like take a walk outside. Just forget about all of this. Just do something that is good for you. Alright, that's about it. See ya.